Hi everyone, welcome back to another episode. I feel like we just filmed. Huh, don't you feel like that?
The days are going by faster and faster.
Who even knows what day it is anymore? But we're here. A lot of things happen, I feel like, in the past couple of days. So I guess it's good that we're doing another pod because it just gives us more to talk about. Obviously, everyone saw the biggest news of the week has been Drake and his great physique. Just kidding. No, but obviously everyone saw that, and it was interesting. I couldn't believe it at first. I didn't think it was actually him, and then I really looked at it, and you could clearly tell it's him, and then you can tell that it's on his plane.
Well, it's like he's on a yacht.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm, but I don't know.
It sounded like a plane. Like, you know that
Yeah.
air? Like,
Yeah.
That's what it sounded like to me.
But that's the comments of the people, you know.
Oh, yeah.
Theoreticals, because they know he has a yacht. Like, you guys just
He has a yacht. He has a plane. It could be anywhere. It has been his multi-million-dollar mansion, wherever it was. I really want to know. I know he's mad. Like, I know he's mad that it happened, but I know also he's liking the positive feedback that he's getting from it. Because I honestly haven't seen one negative thing about it.
No.
Like, people's things get leaked all the time, and like people start talking and saying negative shit. But with him, everyone's just been giving him positive feedback.
But I feel like, you know what? Because we saw it a little bit before people were started talking about it, right? Mm-hmm. It got sent in the group chat. Mm-hmm. And I didn't think it was real either. I was like, nah.
I was like, can't be. Like,
I was like, can't be. I didn't even really answer because I needed a process. She answered. I was processing the video. And then I was like, nah, it can't be. And then I was like, wait, no, it could be real. But you know why I knew? I always felt like if he were to have something leaked, it would be exactly that. Like him, like kind of showing it to him. That just gives so much Drake. Mm-hmm. Two, because everyone knows a girl. Like if you're in LA, whatever, you're like in the party scene, you know a girl who knows a girl who told you that Drake had a big dick. Like everyone knew already. Yeah. I feel like I had heard that already.
I heard one time, honestly, and this was kind of like a big turnoff for me. I heard from a guy. So a guy told me that, and no, like not like that, but no, not like. It's because a guy told me that his homegirl fucked Drake and that it was really thick, but it wasn't big. And I was like, now clearly your homegirl was lying because it was big, or unless what's big to her because she was huge. So I don't know what she meant, but that's what I heard. But now we know the truth. Now I don't believe that his homegirl ever touched Drake, I think.
Or maybe she was trying to downplay him.
You never know.
Well,
trying to downplay the king. Everyone's like, now he has everything. He has everything.
Everyone's so mad. Okay, I'm a big Drake fan. Did he get a lipo? I don't know. I kind of feel, I'm like, from 1 to 10, I'm like 70% sure like he did. Yeah. But it's not like he got a lipo because people were calling it too fruity, like lipo. He could have gone cool sculpting. There's so many things you could get. I feel like just knowing him, he's a bit more femme. He might have gotten a lipo, and this is coming from a true fan. But then now people are running it and saying that he got fat injections in his,
all right,
you know.
Oh, in his dick,
yeah.
Okay.
Because they're like, if you got a lipo, you would do that.
It's because you know how you always tell, like, she's always told me, like, to if I have gotten a lot of things and I'm just me, I'm not even like a top celebrity, like, you know, and I've gotten a lot of things done, and I know a lot of people that get a lot of things done without saying. I can only imagine like A-list celebrities don't have to disclose. For the most part, they don't disclose like ever what they get. Second, of course, they have access to like the best doctors. So if I also was, I would be doing that. I believe, from what I believe, I think allegedly, I think he got some ab etching done because his abs came out of nowhere. Honestly.
Yeah.
Let's be real. His abs came out of nowhere. And the dick, is it possible to get fat injections?
Yeah.
In there?
Well, it's not fat
injection. Is that safe?
Oh, I've looked up the surgery because you guys know I'm like, Plastic Girl is coming soon. That I like to know every surgery in the world. And I was talking to someone, a guy friend actually, and he was telling me, he's like, is there surgery for that? I was like, yes, there is. I can show you. And there's surgery for people who are not very blessed. Because those people need to get surgery. They feel the need to get it. Well, they feel the need. You can get it if you're already big. They feel the need. So it doesn't make you grow that much though. It's like
Yeah, I heard it
micro
doesn't make you grow that.
to like 3 inch, like 4 inches. You know.
Bruh.
But hey, that's the difference. But there's also you can inject something. I don't know what the filler is. You can inject
Yeah, you can
Juvederm.
get a filler.
They're saying that that's what he did. And someone told me yesterday that 6ix9ine and Steve Will Do It got injections.
No
so
way.
if Steve Will Do It and 6ix9ine got injections, I was like, maybe he did. I don't want to say that he
Maybe.
wasn't blessed, but he could have. I kind of feel like he didn't, but maybe he did. I didn't know this tea. I heard this tea yesterday. I was wait.
I mean, maybe. I wouldn't put it past anyone. Like, people have their own needs and wants.
I would. Have you heard of people who get canicas?
Ew, no. What is that?
They go to that's something you do in jail.
But it's like body those are like body mods.
Body modification, the jail thing.
Yeah. That's like when people get like horns. Like,
Yeah,
have you seen people with horns?
What is a canicas in English?
Like marbles?
They get marbles in their like flap for sexual pleasure or something like that.
So it could feel better?
Yeah, I know someone who had sex with someone who had that.
No way.
Mhm.
But
They said it was vibes. That's what I heard.
really?
Yeah, you know them too. You know them. Yeah.
I feel like I heard this, but I'm not
Yeah.
surprised. I feel like I heard it.
Yeah, I heard this. I was just, how do they do that? That sounds painful.
I think they're not that big. The canicas?
Can't even imagine.
I can imagine how that could like
Enhance.
enhance, because at the sex store they sell a lot of things that are weirdly shaped.
Yeah, they do. They do.
You know, with like canicas, literally.
They do.
So people are into some weird shit. I don't know. I'm like, honestly, feel like I haven't explored that side too much. Like the
Weird shit.
like I've done some weird shit, but like weird where it gets like painful or something. No, or like weird where it gets like body mods. You know, no. And not to say that it's weird, because
Like BDSM.
yeah, or like just things like that, like 50 Shades of Grey type.
I don't. I don't like when
Restart.
I get pain a lot. I like from 1 to 10, mild pain. Like I can take slight pain, and when things start escalating, I get visibly angry. You know what I mean? I just can't take it, and won't even last with someone who does that to me. Like it's not gonna work out.
No, yeah, a lot of girls are like friends of ours and everything have told us they enjoy like,
Painful.
you know, painful. But I'm like, I don't know. It kind of turns me off too.
Because it's.
I
Like,
think
why?
it's okay when it's like I don't know, like they don't really want to. It's not their intention.
Or consent. Like if you
Consent.
can't just start doing that to people. Like there's people who
Yeah.
slap people. Like, bro, no,
No, that's too much.
I'm not into that. Like,
I'm telling you, people have some crazy fetishes, and I feel like from being in the strip club too, like you learn a lot of, dude. I think 90% of men, like 99.9, actually have like some weird shit.
but
going
some of them won't tell you.
No, they will never tell you, but they
Dude.
want to like go and do it. I feel like that's why like men can't really say their emotions a lot and like what they want. So that's why they seek a lot of the time, not all men, but a lot of the time they seek outside sources, because they need to get that out of them still, but they just can't with you. So I'm just going to go over here. And I think that's why a lot of the men would go to like places like the strip club, so they can talk about it and be like,
Safe.
yeah, I
safe
like
place.
this and I like that. And then you have to just listen.
Who were we talking to, or was it a real conversation that we had with someone that, or was it somewhere we heard that a guy was saying, "Oh, the wife is not for that." Were you telling me that story that a man was saying, "Oh, wives are not for that," like that you're only supposed to do like missionary, and that all that is with you're supposed to do that with prostitutes. Did we talk to someone who was saying that, or we heard that, and I was like, what? Or was that somewhere I heard that? And I was like, what kind of theory is that?
I think my mom told me that her great grandma, right? Was it that?
You told me that, and then a man. I heard a man saying this. I don't know if it was in another podcast. I don't know. My brain's scattered. And he said that the wife, you're only supposed to do missionary and this, and prostitutes and sex workers are for doing all the other stuff. Isn't that weird? That's really weird. I was like, okay.
I heard that too. I heard that one too. I just
And then
don't
you
know
told
where
me.
I heard it. Yeah. No, well, my great grandma would tell my mom, if you do doggy style, you're going to hell. I swear. When she was younger, she would tell her like, well, like when and they were getting their boyfriends, like she would tell her, you do doggy, like you're done. It's like a sin. Imagine,
Bro.
dude, we're all going. Dude, no,
That's insane.
yeah, it's just the ideas that people had back then. I feel like they still leak into today's world. Sometimes.
Yeah, they do. It's because I feel like a lot of things are like taboo. Like
Yeah.
taboo. But it's only taboo if you say it's taboo. Like if it's not taboo, I mean, then
I
it's not.
know. I
You know?
always think that because a lot of people tell me like, well, recently someone has told me like, I guess whatever, if like they'll be like, your morals are just different than mine, but says who? And like, what are morals? And like, just because morals are just words,
You made that up.
you literally just made that up. Like, what are you talking about?
That is true. Remember the clip you sent on our group chat of the guy who said, the homeless guy. That's what I think about when people say morals. Like you don't even really know my side of the story. You know what I mean?
Dude, you guys have to watch. Okay, well, I like can't show you guys, but I sent her this video of this homeless guy, and well, at first I didn't know he was homeless, but like then through watching the video, I figured it out. But so he was getting interviewed, like they're like street interviews, and then the interviewer asked him, because he's older, so they were like, what's an advice to people? What advice can you give to people that are suffering right now? And then he's like, you should give homelessness a try. A lot of people say that they can't be homeless. They can't be homeless. Oh, I can't do it. But you've never even tried. I was dying. Like, what type of advice?
Well, I was dying too because we always say like homeless people. Like I know you guys, maybe this is like I don't know. It's not a popular opinion, but it's like
Unpopular opinion.
it's an unpopular opinion. Homeless people don't have bills.
Mm-hmm.
They live off grid, and we always think like, what would it be like? I kind of want to maybe one time try it, but Vice, like I didn't want to be like, of course, watched, but I want to try it.
Do you feel like you've been homeless in your past life?
I don't know. I kind of feel like
I have.
That's why I feel like
bother me that much.
like I get bothered by certain things, but not all things.
Mm-hmm.
Like I could for sure live like in an RV. I could for sure live in a box, like in a structure. But I don't care what the structure is. You know what I mean? Like I could live in smaller structures. You know how some people are like, oh my god, I need a lot of space. I don't feel that like upset in a small space. If it's just me, like in my own solitude, yeah, I think I could.
Yeah.
I think I could.
No, for sure.
Not with other people though. I would be like like I wouldn't want to get coupled up and be homeless. I don't know. They would drag me along. No.
Nah.
Cause you know the couples they interview. No, I would want to be on my own. Like,
yeah.
just looking for moves.
That is true. Because you don't want to be like with someone. They're going to be weighing you down. A lot of like homeless have their families. Like
Ooh.
like their boyfriend, their girlfriend.
Yeah, the interviews.
And then they have like their dogs. It's
Yeah.
like a little family.
They have, and some people choose to be.
Mm-hmm.
That's what people don't understand.
I have a family member that chooses to be homeless.
Really?
Actually. Yeah.
But you said he doesn't have the RV anymore?
Well, he's basically homeless because he has to park places, and like he can't park. He has an RV, but he was forced to move out because it was growing mold and he was getting really sick. But he refused to be in a house. He says that houses make him depressed.
That's sometimes how I feel.
And that if he needs to live in a house, he'd rather just not even be here.
Well, Austin, like broom.
Yeah, Austin, literally. He'd be lying though.
I
Did you
understand.
see Catherine exposed him?
Mm-hmm.
She was like, "You guys actually believe that?" I was like, "Dude, he'd be doing too much." He's funny. I mean, he's doing it for content. It's honestly pretty funny. He's doing like a lot. He's putting in the work.
She's putting in the. It's because Catherine shouldn't say anything because I feel like that's her baby daddy. So isn't it better for him to make money for her kids?
Yeah,
I wouldn't get mad if.
And then that's still the father of your kids.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe just let him be.
Yeah.
Like, don't even act embarrassed by him because if you do, that just reflects like, whatever. Just let him be.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Because like Kim lets Kanye be.
Yeah, she doesn't speak on.
She's like,
on
whatever
that he does. Well, one time she spoke about it. Remember when she was like, I can't do it anymore, and she was like, I can't be moving.
Oh, but
She likes to move everywhere.
But she honestly has a lot of patience because she's a Libra. Libras have so much patience. She was the only one who could even like stand him. I think. I don't think any other like sign could even last that long. I would not have. I would be like, you just chill the fuck out.
I know. Do you think he's gonna last a long time with his new wife, Bianca?
I think so because he's como que le sigue la onda.
Yeah, I can tell that she's very like. I think because Kim had too much going on for herself.
Yeah.
So even though she could, if Kim wasn't Kim, maybe they could have lasted a longer time.
It's because
Kim is just too powerful. It's like she needs to do her own things.
And everyone was like, "Oh my God, well she wasn't before she was with Kanye." But it's like, even if that was the truth, I mean, but she is who she is now. So why are we talking about the past? I'm like,
and when we never know what she was gonna be with or without Kanye.
Exactly. So. I mean, and I think the wife worked for Easy already. So it's like if you already work for your man, it's like it's kind of setting you up for the relationship. Like you work for your man.
They're maybe a better fit.
I think so. Like. And they dress the same too. Well, yeah.
I feel like I see her in that fur. Remember when you sent the fur?
Which one?
She's like in a huge fur coat and a huge fur hat.
Yeah, they wear a lot of like one piece.
Yeah,
like headgear.
Honestly, sometimes I will say that I didn't love all of the outfits that Kanye would put Kim in.
Me neither.
Did you ever see the flame outfit? The fire flame outfit that she was in? It was giving a little bit of Hot Cheeto, a little bit. But like, and everyone's like, he's he is an icon. I can realize that, but he didn't do everything perfect, and everyone swears that she like is just solely her because of him. Like, and that's just, I feel like it could have been any other situation, they would still do that. They always put men like, well, he made you, whatever. We don't want to hear it.
Plus, she'd been knowing him for a minute before they even got together.
Honestly, in the beginning, they were super cute.
Honestly, yeah. I was kind of sad when they broke up. I was like, tear.
I know. Dude, and then they have hella kids.
But they're all so cute.
And they're all so cute. Shai is my favorite right now. You can tell that I love them all, but me, like, I know them. I love them all. No, I do. But Shai is like, oh my, you can tell she's just gonna be like
that girl.
She's that girl.
You can tell.
She's a girly pop. She's a super girl.
I like her cara. She's like,
yeah, and she's like, she gives like unbothered.
She's an Aquarius, right?
Capricorn.
Oh,
boss woman.
Ooh. She
entrepreneur, that one.
What was I gonna say? Well, she said that she was gonna leave Skims to her. I think she said like that. She was saying she says that she can already tell all their personalities, and that was what she gives.
That's crazy. I feel like when you're a mom, like even with pets, I know like the pets' personalities.
Yeah.
And when you're a mom, I can only imagine because you would probably know immediately.
And your kids have different personalities. Like you're not the same. Like me and my sister are not the same.
I know, that's crazy.
Like she like.
Isn't it crazy how like, don't you always think like I don't have siblings, but I see it with other people in my family. Like I would never do that. What you're doing, it's not wrong. It's not wrong. I just could never.
Like that's.
And then I feel like you could never do what. And I'm not saying I'm doing anything wrong, but I just know you couldn't.
Yeah.
And not because like, oh, you can't do what I'm doing. No, like, I don't even think it's ever the idea could never even process.
Because I feel like sometimes siblings are similar and sometimes they're not.
We're from the same family, but we're so different. I don't know. I feel really different from my family. I've always felt really, really different from them.
I think also because you get a different version of your parents.
Yeah.
Especially like me and my sister, we have a large age gap. So there's no way my mom was the same 12-year difference.
No,
she was very different. So that plays a role. 2, they say kids already have personality by like a month old. Like you start getting your personality. By like, I don't know what the age is, but like 2, 3, you have your personality already. You start forming your like ideals.
They always say that siblings are raised with the same but different parents. Even though they're your sibling, they didn't have the same childhood as you. Because that they perceive things differently. Like each sibling perceives things completely differently. Even like twins.
That's
crazy. They imagine their parents differently. Each one.
That's crazy.
Like they don't see their parents the same. I'm like that.
That's kind of scary. When then I start getting like.
I know. But I don't know. I've been honestly thinking a lot about. I think right now I'm 90% that I don't want to have kids, and it always changes. Tomorrow I may say 100%, but right now I think I'm pretty sure I don't want to have kids, just because if I like don't get my mental health in check, I really do not want to have kids, like, at all, because I know I just wouldn't be able to handle it. Second, I just worry way too much, even about my cat and my mom. I can't even imagine my child, like the thing that came out of my body. I feel like I would just be way too overprotective, and I would ruin it.
Yeah, that's how I feel.
Like, it's
No,
I
but
would like ruin the child because I think that I'm doing a good, but instead I'm doing harm. So I'm like, I don't want that, and I don't know if that's gonna get better. So till further notice, no kids.
No, and then don't you feel like the other day I was talking to this friend, and then he was saying how it's the guy friend. He was telling me how he plans on getting married at 25. And I was like, damn, that's early, because he's 23. And I was like, damn, that's like tomorrow. In my eyes, I'm like, that's tomorrow.
Literally.
And how he's like ready to settle down and like blah 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 blah. I'm like, if you would have asked me when I was like 16, I would have been like, oh my god, yeah, 25, I'm gonna be so old. But now that I'm 23, then I realize how much I'm still so young and I can't do that. Like, some people are like our age and have kids, and they like feed them and they dress them and they bathe them. I sometimes can't even do that for myself,
dude. Literally,
like, I can't do that, and I'm so selfish that I want that for me. Like, yeah. I want to bathe myself, and I want to feed me. And I don't think that's that mean. I think it's nice to like know that you can't do that for a kid, so you're not gonna like go and have kids. That's what I was thinking the same thing. I was like, I'm gonna see when I'm like 28. If I haven't had kids by like 29, 30, I'm gonna think that the ship has sailed. Because my mom had me pretty old, but I also, like, my mom had me at 36. I feel like that's a good age to have children.
Honestly, yeah.
So by 30, 32, I think they say that that's when women should know, like, ship has sailed if you don't have kids by then. Because women, we don't have the same time frame that men do. Like, you don't have that many eggs. If you don't have them by, like, certain time, there's a lot of, like, issues that could happen. Yeah. So I think by then, if I don't, I'm going to know. Like, yeah. Because I feel like I also want to find the right person.
That's what I think, too.
That's also an issue for me. Because I'm like, the one thing a woman can always choose is the father of their kids. Like, and then people say, no, you can't choose. Yes, you can. And if you see one behavior, I always think, I'm like, damn, if I have to deal with that now, little people are gonna have to deal with that. Hell no. That really, really makes me really upset that they're gonna be, I'm like, I'm gonna get blamed. I don't know, even though it's not gonna be my fault. But I would hate for them to be weird and then be weird to the kids. Oh, no, thank you. I would literally get so obliged. I don't even know what I would do. No. I would turn crazy, I think.
I feel like I can almost promise someone who is in a bad relationship that if he's a bad boyfriend, he's going to be a worse father. Like, don't think, oh my God, please get the thought out of the mind that having a kid with a man who treats you wrong is going to make him treat you better. I honestly believe that it's going to make him treat you worse. Like, he's gonna, dude, I always believe that. Me like too. It's just gonna go downhill. I feel like my mom kind of did that with my dad, because my dad he never wanted kids. My dad is not a better father now that he had me. I think he loves me and he's like, fuck, well, it happened, but I don't think that it was ever his plan. So now it just kind of made a situation, and now I have to deal with a dad who never wanted to be a dad. You know what I mean? Like, dude, my mom was like 9 months pregnant. He'd be like, please, no, like, no, like, I don't want a kid. God. But he should have been respected. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like maybe my mom could have searched for someone like who wanted to. I mean, that's the past. Can't fix it now. But looking at the future, like, for myself, I would want someone who equally wants it. And even sometimes if they equally want it, doesn't mean that they're still even going to be. I think it just has to do with their character, like who they are as a person, or if they're willing to step up. I think some people are not ready, but they have a good foundation. So if they need to do it, they'll be able to do it. But I think it's different for everyone. But I don't think you should be having kids with men who do not want to have kids.
No, yeah.
It's a sufrimiento. And then what, you're going to have to do things by yourself. I always think, like, I feel like even being in a relationship and sharing a kid is probably going to... But you know what I always think, which is scary? I never think... Maybe because I feel like my dad wasn't like always, he was there sometimes, but I always think of me raising a kid by myself. I've never thought of having a husband. Well, either I have a husband I don't have a kid and I think of me and my husband, or if I have a kid, it's just me and my kid. I don't think me, my husband, and my kid. I never think I'm sharing it. I kind of never thought that
too. Like for some reason they're not in the picture in my image.
Yeah, for some reason it's never been in my head. Like I always think it's just gonna be my kid. Like it's just mine. Like it's 100% from me.
If you can adopt, I don't know what the rules are. I've always wanted to adopt because I'm like semi-adopted. Like I'm 50% adopted if you think about it. No, actually like 70%. So I've always wanted to adopt children, and I used to tell this boyfriend that I had a long time ago that I really wanted to adopt, and he was like, oh, no, I don't want to. Like I was like, well, if you want to be with me, then you're gonna have to. And now I haven't thought about it because I really can't even have like the thought of kids right now. But that's all. I would also get offended if they didn't want to. Maybe I don't know if I would want to, but definitely would want to do something for children with no, because there's so many children who don't have parents, and then there's people who have kids. And I'm like, oh my God, I don't know. I feel really bad for children because I feel like I know how that feels, and like I know you can't. You should not be doing that.
Oh my God, remember the other day when we went to the mall?
When?
And then a little boy ran into us and the mom started flipping out on him and like, let's not even say what she did. Like, honestly, and then in those moments, I'm like, oh, I should have done something in that moment. I should have told her something. Like, I should have popped off on her. But in that moment, you truly get like, you can't say anything. Like, you just get shook and then you have to move on. But sometimes I do wish, I'm like, oh my God, like, why do those people have kids? Like, the kid didn't even do anything on purpose. Like, it was a true accident. And he's a kid. Even if he had done it on purpose, you tell them, hey, that's not okay. And you move forward. You don't have to, like, pop off on your kids like that. And honestly, when I see that, I'm like, I don't know. I really feel like, and I genuinely believe some people who are not all there or need a lot of help mentally shouldn't be having kids. I'm sorry. Don't care if people get offended. You should not. If you're not going to treat a kid right, just don't. You're not in the mental space, don't do it. Please. You're going to put people in suffering.
I feel like a lot of... I'm never like... I don't know. I feel like that is such a good headspace to have. And then I wonder if one can get to that headspace, why can't everybody? But I feel like... I don't know. I don't know. Like, I've never gotten to a good conclusion on why there's children who are meant to suffer. Like, or I don't know. But then I think about me. Like, I suffered a lot when I was a child. But then, and it still affects me to this day. I feel like it's a really big issue. But then I'm like, I don't know why that happens. Like, why some people just get really true parents. I'm like, I used to always wonder. But it's like a victim mentality, you know? Because if you stay thinking, like, blame my parents for everything. Like, no, you shouldn't blame everyone for your problems when you're an adult, because now you're an adult. But when you're a child isn't to blame. Like, I don't know. See, there's a lot of people who I've seen have kids, and I'm just like, it's just like, no, you need to be stopped. It's because no. I think people have it engraved in their head that we came here only to have children, and they fail to think about one's own process as a human, and then making another one. It's like you making a sandwich, and you haven't even finished the other one. No, finish your shit
and
first.
I think if we were truly meant to have kids, I think God gave us the option. It's an option button. It's like optional if you want to have kids. If not, then one time, like in our life at some certain age, we would forcefully get pregnant without a man. If we were actually meant to have kids, I think we would just start growing a belly when it's your time. If we were really meant to, you know what I mean? Because things that are meant to happen, like periods, death, those are things you cannot stop.
That's true.
A kid, you have to do something in order for it to happen. It just doesn't just happen. So I don't think it was like, we shouldn't have that idea either that we have to, even if, like, because sometimes you're not in the space to have kids, you're not ready. And I'm not saying you need to be a perfect parent, because they always say, don't wait for the perfect moment. You're never going to be the perfect parent, because I don't think perfect parents exist. But I'm talking about people who are just not in the mental space to have, or I don't know. I would even go as far to say like some financial situations, but because I always think that I wouldn't want to have kids unless I'm in a certain financial state that I'm comfortable with, because then that just brings on more problems. And I'm like, oh my God, it's just so much. That's why, back to square one, that's why I don't know if I want to have kids. It's just too much. It's like all that. Oh no. And then have to worry about your ass. Oh no, thank you.
I don't know. And then I feel like that's why birth control condoms. Why was that invented? It was invented for a reason. I think that that's kind of why trauma started. Because back in the day, there's no way unless you were like didn't have hormones that you didn't want to have sex with someone. It would probably the urge would probably just come over you. You're pregnant now. You're done, and you're young. People would get pregnant super young back then, and they didn't have any way to stop it. And why do now we have ways to stop it? Because obviously they knew that that wasn't the best route to take.
Have you seen that in some countries? If you're pregnant with a girl, they have to get rid of the girl because she's not going to bring money to the family.
Yeah,
And they only want men.
I've seen that. It's kind of crazy.
Crazy things are going on. I don't know.
Well, there's statistically, I think, more women in the world than men.
Really?
So statistically, we're already like in like decline of men. There's more. There's like by a split, but it's a small number, but there's more women.
How do you think the world would be with no men?
I don't know. I hate to say this, I think it would be good.
I think too.
I just think that like I'm like I don't know. I don't know though, because I know that like
would it be all fun and games?
That's
or
what
would
I
it
think.
be really emotional and like dramatic?
I think it would be fun and games. I wouldn't like. I don't know. What would I do? I don't know what I would do. To be honest. Who knows? It's like the Barbie movie. It would be like the Barbie movie. Amazing. The Barbie movie was lit.
Like we just do whatever we want. Like we just like. Do you think there would? I don't think there would be like as many crimes.
Yeah, me too. Yeah,
Sorry to
it's
say
it's because men have a. I want to know why. What is in their DNA that makes them have such a high ego? Because I know that like women do too. Like I feel like I do too. But just the things they do always really confuse me. And I understand them, but it's like, why are they so about their values and like why? I just don't get. It reminds me of the kind of like just shit they do. Oh, and it reminds me of tea that we're gonna spill. And I'm like been meaning to spill this tea. Just things that they say about like. No. And I just feel like they have some ideas that don't make sense to me. I'm like, if they made sense, then they would make sense. But I'm like, they don't make sense. Like, okay, I'm like, well, I'll not say names. I'm like, because whatever, it's too much to say the names. But I'm like, we had a situation. When was this? Like in Halloween, yeah, right. Literally Halloween times.
It was?
Yeah, a little bit before Halloween. So
what was I for Halloween? Because for Halloween, I just remember like when we were...
No, the situation was a little bit before Halloween.
Oh, okay.
So, and then it was about to be. So basically, I was going to go to this party with Boy Toy, one of my boy toys. And I didn't know who really was going to be at this party, but apparently it was like an influencer party, right? Like influencers. Yeah. We've talked, yeah. Let's not say. And before this party, like 2 months...
Do the shoddy eyes.
Like a month or 2 months before this party, me and Sarah had gone to some influencers, not the one, even the ones that were hosting this party, just some other ones, events.
Yeah.
Right? We got a little bit drunk. Some things went down. Not anything crazy. Just like if I like you guys, whatever you guys think. No, some shit went down. Nothing crazy. Just some shit went down. That's it. Shit went down. We did not know people were recording. Whatever, etc. I got caught up with said Boy Toy, right? But me and him were not serious. So I'm not gonna lie, I kind of did it on purpose. I knew I was gonna go to that, but I did it on purpose because he was making me mad. And I'm like, well, I mean, like, me and you ain't shit. So I probably wouldn't have gone crazy if he wouldn't have said that to me, but whatever. Moving on. I didn't think anything of it because nothing really happened. It was just like, okay, went to party, like, perreo, and that's it. To me, that was it. Like, I didn't think much of it. Then Boy Toy tells me that they were hanging out and he was asking him if me and him had done stuff. Mind you, I know Boy Toy for a long time, so but it's none of your business. I think they didn't know that I knew him for a long time. And I was like, that's really weird. And also, and I forgot this tea, that's why now I'm gonna say it because I was really, really annoyed. He was telling him that I did like shit with him and I did not do nothing with him. Did I tell you that part?
Yeah.
He was telling him that I did shit with him, and I was like, that's really weird because I didn't. So now you're lying on my name. Did not do things with you. You're weird. And I was really mad because Boy Toy was my favorite. Like, that was my favorite king. And when I have my favorite king, don't be telling my favorite king things, especially lies. That pisses me the fuck off. So, whatever. That passes. We're all still following each other because whatever. Anything I'm like, well, you're not my favorite. I never did shit with you. We're all going to go to the party. Sarah's going to come to the party. Me, Sarah, Boy Toy. Boy Toy gets call saying, oh, Sarah can't go, right? It was like, because the guy that Sarah was with at the party, but it's not like she was with at the party. It was like a quad. You know when you do a 2-man, like boy, like whatever. He has a girlfriend now, and Sarah can't go. And I was like, there's no way there's no way they know about what happened there, because it was so irrelevant. And I was so frustrated. And I was like, there's just no way. Mind you, I mean, can you say your experience with that man?
Bruh.
There was no experience, right?
I don't know. It's just like one of those situations where, and I was thinking about this actually on the way here, because I remember that you like said like, oh, we should like say our experience, and I was like, okay, how can I say this in a way where it's not offensive, but where I could say like the truth, you know? Because it's one of those situations where it's hard to explain for me, because I was never interested in this person.
Yeah,
genuinely. And I don't want that to sound mean. It's just that this person had been like hitting up on the line for a minute. Sometimes as girls, we just go to things just to kind of go to things. And honestly, I pulled up, they invited us to a club, him and his friend, this guy and his friend, the one that she's talking about. They invited us to the club. First time I ever met him. And at this point, I'm not interested in this person. Like, I don't know if he thinks we're talking because we're texting like kind of like every day, but in my head, it's nothing serious first, because I already had someone that like I really had my eye on. And yes, I'm texting you, but it's not like that.
Yeah.
And I remember I would tell you like, you know? So I don't know. But he invited us to the club. I was like, okay, maybe it won't get crazy. And it didn't. But I will say that he did make me feel pretty uncomfortable, to the point where like in the middle of the club, because I don't want to say that he was just really drunk. And he was just coming on very strong. Like, I can handle it. I'm a girl. I feel like I know how to handle men when they're being annoying. He was just being like
handsy,
really frustrating. And it made me uncomfortable, not gonna lie. I think that, and I'm not trying to put like word in his mouth or anything, or tell him how he was feeling, but I just feel like he was more intrigued than I was. And it just became a thing where after that moment, after the club, and like he got handsy and like whatever, I was like, okay, whatever. It just doesn't even have to be ever a thing. Like, I'll just stop texting with him, and then I'll forget about you. Like, you're just
like, it was an irrelevant moment.
Just irrelevant. Like, okay, that happened, but let's just move on, because I don't want to continue to speak to you. So like, I would ghost him, and then he would tell me like, oh, like I'm in your city or blah blah. And so I would like literally ghost, not answer, or be like, oh, cool. Like, literally like the most simplest things. I didn't want him to think that I was ever slightly interested in him, because I wasn't attracted to him, like, honestly, at all. So like, I'm just trying to not go there with you. You know what I mean?
No, yeah.
And I'm not even trying to give you that impression. Why? Also, because you are like influencer. So I honestly don't even want to get into that, you know?
Yeah.
With you. If you were like more random or something, like,
it would be a little bit more like random.
It would be more random. So then I wouldn't be like, but for sure, I'm not trying to give you
like, if I get into this, more people are going to peep me with you.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like, if you're in my likes, if I'm in your likes, or you're in my comment, I just don't want this to get just
bigger.
Don't link me. I don't want to be linked with you.
At all. And I thought it was crazy when she got uninvited to the party.
Oh, yeah.
Because
so it leads to that.
Because I felt like she tells me when she feel like, and I feel like she's very picky. So if you make it toward like past the first second, like, that's kind of crazy, because she cuts quickly. Like, if you know Virgos, then you know. So when she said no, I was like, she's not gonna link him again. I feel like I was having more of a like, didn't hate the guy that I was, but you know, I would talk to him here and there. Like, I thought he was funny. I tried to push past what had happened, that he was kind of being a little bit pushy with me, not there, but privately. And I didn't know yet what he had told my boy toy, you know? But nothing ever, we never linked up with them again. Nothing ever happened. But it was just jokes and giggles, right? We were just like, oh, okay, whatever. But nothing happened. Time passes, and then boy toy finds out, whatever. We weren't a thing either. But I was pretty mad. Then me and boy toy reconcile, and we're going to go to the party.
So main boy toy, like the one that you actually cared for, he found out that we were at the party.
Yeah.
And he was like clowning a little bit, like, oh, like, y'all were having fun, huh, at the party.
And then he sent the video.
Keep in mind, oh my God, I was so annoyed because, first of all, like, I don't like you like that. Like, as a Virgo, you don't do that. Oh my God, I'm so grossed out. No, not grossed out. It's just, I'm not grossed out by this person. It's just like annoying because, like, I don't know you, like, and you're on me, and now people have a video of that. That's not okay, because now it just looks bad. And then it got sent to your main, and his main was friends with someone who I could possibly have liked better than the other one. So I was like, don't.
It was so messy. Like, it was getting messy. But we had never been in a situation where we got caught up like that. We've had 2 mans before where we like guys in the same friend group. Oh yeah, plenty. Yeah. But never at that caliber. And I think I wasn't thinking thoroughly too, because again, I was hurt with boy toys. So I was like, fuck, I'm gonna go crazy. And we got belligerently drunk. Mind you, this is before we've been on our bender. So I feel like we really drank that night. Yeah. And who knows what the fuck we were on. We were on some bullshit. Literally. So it was more so like the drunk, like, oh, you're cute. And then you wake up and then you're like, oh, well, you're not that bad. But yesterday I was drunk. So, whatever.
Gotta go.
So,
but nothing happened. Like,
nothing happened.
But
nothing happened. Like, dip. Like, nothing happened.
No crazy shit.
So we're gonna go to this party. We didn't really know that they were gonna go, but my boy toy kept making it a thing. Like, oh, like they're gonna go to the party, because boy toy, like I said, you guys, hung out with those guys. He hung out with those guys. Y'all can figure out if y'all want. I'm like, maybe one day we'll say. Mm-hmm. Depends on how.
That's how I always feel. I'm like, one day I will say.
Yeah, one day we'll say. Just not right now. So they hung out, and he told me that they were, you guys can figure out, they were filming a video, and he was asking shit about me, like, oh, like, did you fuck her, like, yada yada. And I was like, I don't like being passed around like that, because I'm like, the fuck, like, I know who I fuck, like, I know what I do and who I deal with, and I've always preferred also low-key people too. So I don't want my men interacting. She knows I don't like my men interacting. When that starts happening, I get really a lot of anxiety. Like, I like to separate. So even him just doing that is really annoying, because he knows that could get back to me, and I was telling him, like, that's really annoying. Then later I come to find out he's trying to tell him that I did some shit with him, and I did it. And that's when I got really mad. So the party was gonna go down. She got disinvited. I got disinvited 30 minutes after her. Mm-hmm. And I was shook that she even got disinvited, because I felt like she wasn't even slightly really going along with the thing with her, the man that whatever was bugging her. It was more so, I feel like I talked to the other one more, and I was like, damn, like, if anything, it should be like me that gets. And I told,
you shouldn't jinx it, because we got that call.
Yeah. And then I was like, you know what, I really want to go. I was like, and like, I wasn't gonna say I was gonna pop off, but honestly, if I would have had some drinks in me, I would have popped off. I kind of wanted to like say something, like, why are you being weird? Like, you're so weird, because if we would have just been random, like, okay, you meet a girl and then whatever, perreo, why are you being weird as fuck? And I'm with my boy toy. This is a person I like, honey. Like, I was living, you guys. Then 30 minutes later, I got disinvited. And this ties into a lot of tea. Like, this tea is crazy. Like, in our circle of friendship, like, this tea was crazy. And I had a huge fight with boy toy, and this goes through so much other shit that happened, because he wanted to still go, and I was like, that's so fucked up. You should not go to this party without me. And he was like, well, but I know that he was mad. And he's like, you can't go because you are being perreo, whatever, and now you want me not to go. No, I'm not gonna go just because you're being perreo. But instead of being open and honest and saying like, hey, I'm annoyed, I think that was what happened. That's my theory of the situation. But it's so rude to be in my house and go to someone's freaking party and then not take us. And I was so mad. Not even not to take us. Me and Sarah had some other plans, right? There was plan B, plan C, and the other plans were good, mind you guys. I ended up not even going to none of it because I was so freaking pissed. But I got so mad, I deleted the other guy. Like, I deleted him, I followed him, I deleted him because I was so annoyed. And then what happened after? We were gonna go on a trip to Texas, and then what happened after that? The guy that was bugging you deleted you after I deleted the other one.
Oh, he like unfollowed me on Instagram, and I never was like petty enough to unfollow him or make it awkward, because to me it was never serious. Mm-hmm. I just don't like you, and that's it. We can move on.
Yeah, we didn't think it was serious.
Yeah, like, be an adult. It's okay. And then like in 2 seconds he got in a relationship, which honestly great for him. that was the best news that I've ever received.
Bro.
But you don't have to be weird about it. You're in
Yeah.
a relationship now, like, which is beautiful. Focus on that. You don't have to focus on being petty with me and like removing and telling people I can't come to things, because that's weird. Like,
Yeah.
why are you focused on me? No one's focused on you, buddy. Like, there's like other peeps, you know, I'm focused on. I promise it's not you. I promise.
And it's crazy because that day that we were gonna go to the party, first, like I said, the person who's throwing this party calls my boy toy, says Sarah can't come, and then I can't come. But mind you, they're not even the host of that party. They're just really good friends with the person who's throwing the party. And then I told boy toy, I was like, what do they think we're gonna do? Like, and I'm like, I didn't know what me and Sarah kind of felt like it's like they were just kind of being like a little bit like weird, like, oh, we just don't want them to come because I felt like they were thinking that we were trying to play both sides, like, oh, just like be with them and then be with, I'm like, no, that's not what we're trying to do. Like, and we stay to ourselves, I think, also in the influencing sector. So I feel like, I don't know, maybe it was a bad impression. That's what I was thinking. But I was like, even if it was a bad impression, I was like, I really don't give a fuck. Like, I always think this is my cookie. If I want to go be with Obama and then be with Trump and it doesn't make sense to y'all, then it doesn't make sense to y'all. I don't give a fuck. Like, I don't care. And I don't like people trying to control me or my cookie or whatever I do or my nalgas. Don't try to control me. So I was really mad. I was like, mind you, I'm going with a man that I actually like. Well, what's gonna go down if we go together? And he's unproblematic, low key. So like in outside, I knew he wasn't gonna do anything, and he was already friends with them. I'm telling you guys, they literally hung out. I knew nothing was gonna go down. I knew it was so personal, and I was so mad. And to this day, we just think the whole situation, and it's weird. They're weird behavior.
It's personal because guys' pride, and this just goes back to men just being so prideful and them being just honestly just weird sometimes, especially like younger men. They just have that in them where they just can't let go of certain things. And I think on both sides that played in this situation, because the guys who we went to the club with couldn't get over that, like, we ain't trying to fuck with you. That's it. And it's not personal. It's just what it is. And I think that took like a hit probably to their ego, because it's like, I think honestly maybe it was confusing, because
I think it was more so confusing because I felt like he, like in my situation with that guy, like he wasn't even like bugging me like that. Like it was super casual. Like we were just chill, like chattering after what had happened. But I forgot that I had some situation with the other boy toy. So I think that he might have already known. I don't know what went down. And I was thinking that it wasn't even, I just thought it was weird that they said that both of them were going to bring their women to that party. But me and Sarah were like, we don't give up. It's like if they tell us like,
bruh,
little dude, bruh. It's like if they say like,
that's literally a bruh moment. Like,
it's like if they say your cousin's going to bring their girlfriend.
Yes, that's how I feel. Like, oh, my little baby nephew is going to bring his girl. Dude, I don't care. I'm not even trying to see you, to be honest. Like, I don't care. It's like if they, like, you know what I mean?
It's so irrelevant.
It's just petty to not want us to go, because it's honestly no explanation. There's no explanation.
Well, the reason supposedly was that they didn't want no drama. I'm like, what? There's more drama now.
They don't know how we are, and they don't know that we genuinely don't. Like, I swear, when I tell you that I don't, it's like sometimes you can't put that through people's head. You know what I mean?
And we're super
you can say
chill.
you don't, and then they'll be like, nah, but you really.
But you did, like.
Or like, you did for 1 second, but okay, no. It doesn't.
I feel like we know. I feel like sometimes people swear that we like people. Like, we know who we like. I've always had that problem too. People swear they know who I like. No, you don't know who I like. I'm very like, my heart's huge. I know when I really have my favorite. I know who my favorite is. Y'all mean nothing to me. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Like, maybe I have my one, my number two.
There could even be top 5.
Dude, there's top 5. And I'm sorry. I know who I care about.
Yes.
Y'all can feel however you feel. And that's why to us, that situation was so dumb. Because it's like, buddy, I could have seen you making out with your girl. I don't really go. And I'm with mind you, I'm with my favorite. Oh my God. No, I don't even want you to look at me. Actually, it's humiliating for me. I was so mad. So mad for such a long time. I kind of got over it now because both situations is dead to me. But I don't know. That just goes to show you guys, like, you can't, like, guys are so weird. Like, I feel like, and this isn't a Mexican influencing scene, so I mean, I don't know. I feel like white influencer, whatever, they're more open. That's how I always thought we should be more Tana coded and just spill, because it's like, okay, you made out with this person. Okay, I danced here. Okay, I talked to this person for a day. Why are you guys tripping?
But honestly, I will say, if we're just gonna be open and like spill and just say what I feel. I think that host of the party, he not really my vibe. I don't like his energy, to be honest. And I think he weird on himself, honestly. Even if that they hadn't gone, I think he's strange because
yeah, I know what you mean.
He flips. Like, he's kind of those people. Is it a Gemini? Because he's giving, like, I don't know if he's a Gemini, but he's giving a little bit, like,
I know what you mean.
Two-Face, because we've met him before. Super amable, super this, super that. And then, I get it. Those are your friends, so you're going to do whatever your friends say. But, like, also the way that he was, like, had said it on the phone call, it just sounds like shady.
Yeah.
Like snaky a little bit.
It was giving a lot of shade.
He doesn't owe us any loyalty or respect. I don't even know you, so you don't owe me anything. But I can tell by how people talk and how people want to give you their first impression to your face and then go and do some weird shit. You don't owe me anything, but now I just know and that makes me not even want to get close to you, to be honest, because I just feel your energy and it's odd. Like, if I feel like you should keep the same energy throughout your life. At least try to keep the same energy throughout your life. And I'm not gonna try to introduce myself to people super amable and like and then be sneaky and like try to make calls when I know, because it's not even just like you're a random and it was like super random.
Like you already met me.
You were connected to his friend, so for him to tell him that about you, put something in his, like, why are you, I don't know, it's just,
I know what you mean.
It's too connected to where you didn't have to do that. You know, you could have pushed past it and just been the bigger person and known that to trust your friend that nothing was gonna go down. Like, I don't know, it was weird. But they're all really young, honestly, and I'm the same age, but I just feel like they give me even younger vibes than me. And I'm not saying I'm the most mature person, because I've had my pretty immature moments, but it's just giving like childish high school. Honestly, that reminds me of something that like could have gone down in high school. Like, hey, so Lucy saw you in the hallway with Pedro, so you can't actually come to my birthday party anymore. Really?
Grow up.
If we're adults, who cares? Everyone's gonna talk to someone at one point in the same industry. Like, we're on the same shit, of course. And let's not say, I know a lot of you guys that are in that circle that fuck with each other. No one says anything. Oh, but one can't do it. Like, oh, you're hella pressed. No one even like you like that.
No, yeah.
Serious.
And I feel like I understand, like, if it, like, it's like if it was one of my friends and then I was throwing a party and then someone,
I get that.
Like, you don't want someone to come, I would be like, damn, yeah, like, so I get that, but I think that the reasoning behind it for us didn't make any sense because there wasn't anything serious about it. And what made me more mad was when they said like she couldn't come and I knew the truth about the situation, where it's like, what do you mean they didn't have any, like, and I even was going off on Boyto, like, are you fucking serious? What do you mean she doesn't even talk to him? And I was like, and there's even more tea with that, with his relationship, whatever, we're not even gonna get into that. Like, no one cares. That's why I was mad, because no one cares. I think if the reason would have been different, maybe it would have been like, okay, whatever, we don't really give a fuck. But we were both talking about how when we like met said person, they were being kind of like and I was like, I don't know, I feel like we can read vibes really easily. And like, I always feel like a lot of people, especially in this industry, they're kind of like fend for themselves. Like, it's kind of like groups, you know, like everyone talks about that, and you kind of just stick with whatever you know. And also, people sometimes just go based off you, or like they'll judge you for one thing that you do or whatever the fuck, or like numbers, whoever's like relevant, or they try to stick to groups just to have a group to keep revolving numbers, to keep throwing numbers around. That's how influencing works. I don't know if you guys, like, you hang out with influencers and then you switch, like, let's post together. I know, I understand it, but to be fake, I feel like that's why you have to be, it's good to be genuine, and like, just, if you don't like someone, just say it. Honestly, I don't fuck with them. I would have respected that more than being fake.
And honestly, I hope that even if they did like watch or whatever, that the host of the party, the boys, the two guys at the club, honestly, well, now based off that interaction, now I actually don't feel like I fuck with you. Honestly, I don't. And I can come on cam and I have no shame in saying it, because that's how I feel. And at least I can say, hey, I don't fuck with you. There are some people that need to learn how to say, and like Cardi B said, if I walk in a room and I'll say hi to you, I don't fuck with you. Or Lil Baby also said a line like that. I don't know exactly, I can't quote it, but if I don't say what's up, I'm not trying to look at you. And I'm not going to be fake about it. I'm not a hater either. I think they're doing great for themselves. They seem to have their own thing going on. Great. Actually, just one of the hosts of the party, one of his TikToks came up on my For You, and I was like, that's really entertaining. I'm not a hater. I still don't fuck with you.
You gave him his flowers.
I gave you your flowers. You have great content. You personally, I don't know. I can separate the artist from the art.
Yeah. It's like, what y'all do y'all thing. Like, we don't hate. It's like, whatever. But I feel like, again, like, it's different than like knowing the character of people, and then, because again, social media is work. I think people tend to forget that it's work. So sometimes you have to put your work.
It's work. It's acting.
Yeah.
It's a lot of pretending. It's a lot of pretending for the cam. Sometimes you don't feel good for, like, you've not been feeling good, but you have to just put on that face. And I know, especially people who've been doing it for longer, I can only imagine, like, they have to do. But, so I get it. I get that people go through their things. Personally, I didn't like what you said. So I can feel that way. That's it. And we move on. And if I see you, then I see you. And I would never, honestly, I'm the type of person, if they tell me, hey, this person trying to come through, let's say it's my party next time, because you never know. Roll switch in life. God puts you in situations where it's like, all right, reverse. Let's say it's my party and they say, hey, these three, all of them, all four actually want to come through. Let them come. Enjoy yourselves, people. Enjoy yourselves. Have fun. You didn't do anything to me. Personally, that could sound fake. Maybe not personally in my party. Maybe I wouldn't let them personally come to my party. But in my space, I wouldn't. If it's a personal situation, okay, maybe not. But if it's like a space that I have to be around them one day, then I'm going to be cordial still and be normal and polite and normal. Okay, it doesn't matter. Like, maybe I won't be buddy, but I'm not going to fucking go off on you either.
That's why I think...
know the limits.
I think it's important to, like... I feel like there's so many different ways to go about things, like to be nice to people, you know. So if you ever need help from someone or you want opportunity with someone, or you never know, to be nice to people. So you know, you have your things open with everyone. But also, if you don't like someone and someone was weird to you, to be like honest enough with yourself to be like, I don't like you, and no, I'm not gonna pretend for your freaking camera. No, I'm not gonna pretend I like you because you're popular. The popular opinion is to like you. I don't care.
We should all take some points from Shadi. Shadi doesn't, if you don't like you, don't like you. That's it. There's no...
And she'll go off
and she'll go off on you. And she's going to continue to, unless you apologize to her and you come correctly next time. Yeah. And Shadi gives second chances. And I also am willing to give second chances to people who can prove themselves otherwise. I'm not saying that I'll forever not like this person. Till right now, I don't like you because of the things that I just heard. But it doesn't mean that I can't like you one day. Maybe you are different. I'm not going to right now, yes, I don't like you because of the call that you made. But doesn't mean I'm not gonna forever not like you just also because of the call that you made. It could go both ways. Like, I'm also willing to give people a second chance, not completely like besties now, but I mean, I do believe that people, like, sometimes their words can get misconstrued or miscommunications happen all the time. Words go through a lot of different people sometimes till it finally gets to you, and it's not always the correct or how they wanted it to sound, but I still have the right to form my opinion based on how I felt in that moment. And I felt, honestly, a little bit disrespected and a little bit confused. So, yes, I do feel like this right now. But also it can change because I don't like to hold grudges. Yeah. So, whatever. Not going to be petty. Because also, that timeline, there was already a long time, not a long time, but like I think like a month had passed since we had seen them at the club and from this party. A lot of time had passed, right? Like, why are you still thinking about it? Honestly, it's been a minute. I haven't seen you, haven't spoken to you. It's not awkward. We're not currently beefing. It's not weird.
Yeah, we were like all like, I think we were all like following each other. I don't know. I didn't see any.
We were all following each other. Yeah, it was normal.
I think that's what made us mad. I don't like when people make things out of nothing because I feel like maybe it comes from me being more like a people pleaser. I don't even like people to think that I have a problem with you unless there is a problem. Unless I don't like you, then I'll come out and say it. But if I don't have a good reason, or I'm like, it doesn't make sense for me to feel that way. You know, it's not that serious. I like try to push past that. I'm like, okay, you know what? They're gonna go to the party, whatever. I'm gonna be here with my bae, and you know, I'm gonna be cordial. to me, it was irrelevant. Would I have handled it the same way? No. And you know, they handled it how they wanted to handle it. But also now we're mad. Like, yeah, we're mad. You guys are really weird. And also because of what was said about me. I don't know that. I mean, said boy toy could have lied. I don't think he did. I don't think he would. And also because I also heard some other tea from someone else. So I know it wasn't a lie. But I just don't like that because I feel like I purposely try to not date people that like know each other, you know what I mean? And that's been happening to me a lot ever since like I moved to Orange County. Oh my god, let's not say the situations I've been, you guys. Like my old baes knowing like some other baes, and then I find out about it like through the grapevine. Oh my god, the grapevine. But yeah, that's always been a problem for me. But I kind of had to face the music that was gonna happen. But also, a respectable guy isn't gonna, and especially because again, like she said, it's all the same thing. If you work with someone, you know, and that goes for if you work in any type of industry, you would not going to respect someone who's asking, hey, did you fuck her? Like, are you 12 years old? Like, are you 12 years old? And then are you being like, no. And then that's exactly why I didn't. You're literally like, why are you doing that? I don't know. So like dumb, you know? And I don't know. I hope they like, I don't care if they get mad. I don't give a fuck. Yeah. Honestly, don't care. Because I'm the type that I'm like, if I don't like you, I'll stand on my word. You were weird. Yeah. Maybe you shouldn't have been
proven
weird.
Otherwise. Like, literally, like, if
apology maybe.
It's just better to just stand on it until things could get resolved the right way and not like just lie and be like, oh yeah, he maybe yeah, I don't know, just say what it is.
Say what it is, and you know what, like it is what it is. Like I don't get
people try to like look good for the cam too. Like hey, like I don't know,
like just say what it is,
just say what you feel. Dumb,
like nah, but
yeah, it is what it is.
Yeah.
Who knows what will go down?
Thinking about it made me triggered. I'm not even gonna lie.
It is because it's annoying.
Yeah, it's really annoying.
It's just annoying. It's like those like bugs that are like bzz, 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 and they don't stop like that. But it's not that they don't stop because it's not like they continuously have them. It's just like pesky. It's a pesky feeling. Like
yeah.
Like it irks. It's like one of those. It's not really like you straight up made me so angry. Like I can't. It's just it's a bruh. Yeah. It's a bruh moment. Like, bro, oh my god, bro. And then I get cringe because I never want people that I don't like to think that I like have feelings for them or something. That's always been crazy for me. Like, because I don't have feelings for a lot of people, so I really don't want you to think that of me, you know, because it takes me a long time to form that, and that's sacred to my heart. So don't think that.
Yeah, and it's like, no, thank you.
Like, please, I'm getting embarrassed. I'm getting secondhand.
I don't know. I just feel like I always think of like there's so many like I watch a lot of like reality TV too, like Jersey Shore. Like people just do things. Just get over it. Like, why are we making it a thing? I don't know. Like, did you guys know that in some places people had to like, you know, like the other town, there was only one other town. Yeah, like we know the same guy from the same town. Okay, whatever. Who cares? Get over it. Like, oh my god. I don't know.
It's not like you dated both of them,
bro,
like in committed relationships, and then like you're trying to be with both of them at the party. Okay, like that I could see.
Yeah,
bro, I met you once, and now you're trying to make it a thing.
Don't let people do that to you. Like if you're having mans and then you get caught up in a situation, no, honey, don't.
Yeah,
do not let yourself get caught up because
you have to push through.
Yeah,
and the right man will push through with you and be like, it's okay. You didn't do anything with him. You don't fuck with him like that. We can move on. We can continue. Yeah. He won't bug you about a one-time thing months ago. Like when we were not even a real situation. Like, come on. Yeah. It's irrelevant.
So,
but who knows? We'll see what happens. No, can't wait for this.
I know. I'm like, I wonder if they're going to figure out in the comments. We'll see. Probably.
People are really smart. Yeah, exactly. But sometimes y'all be like also guessing some things que no.
Yeah, when it was the other time that I told you guys, I'm contemplating saying you guys the tea. I was telling her, but I'm not gonna say that. I'm not gonna say it right now because honestly, the tea's scorching. The
tea is scorching.
It's scorching because I feel like no one has that tea.
Yeah,
dude, no one has that tea but me and her. Like we're the only ones
who know.
That's
crazy.
Actually, I told someone. I told a friend, but that's it. And it's just crazy. Like the tea adding to some tea that's already going on. Like tea, honey.
Yeah, that is kind of tea, but
We can't do it right
We'll
now.
see what happens.
Yeah,
Can't say all
wait
the
to see
tea.
if we can spill that tea. I was telling her, I'm like, yeah, it's getting Tana coded in 2024.
Yeah,
Like,
but don't harass the wrong people either. You know, 'Cause
Yeah.
then y'all be like telling the wrong people. You guys, it's not certain. Like y'all think, but don't tag them and shit, and
Yeah.
then don't go comment on their things because it genuinely wasn't the people that y'all
yeah, I got
thought.
tagged in like
And then
Who
that could get like a little bit messy.
that couple. Yeah, I know. And
it's not.
It's not them. You guys.
Yeah,
Very
so
funny. No,
it's not the one that y'all been. Let me just not.
it's not the one that y'all been commenting.
the,
yeah,
the
no.
most.
The most.
They've been commenting it the most, right?
Yeah, no,
Not that one.
no. But one day it's because the reason that I also haven't said this tea is because when I say this tea, I think that I'm gonna cause problems for the person who the tea is about. So I sometimes like. Sometimes I don't give a fuck. I'm like, I don't give a fuck. And sometimes I'm like, you know, I need to really think about the tea. So, and I know that's annoying. Like, if you're gonna say
And-
tea, say it. But
And honestly, like people can't even come and say, "Oh, you want to say because
I said it first.
you want attention." Blah blah. You guys, it's not our fault that people come with hot tea, and we have a podcast to talk about it. It's not our fault.
No.
You should check your man. You should not have done that because if you research me, you'll see I have a podcast and I talk about everything. I wouldn't go and tell tea to someone who has a podcast and talk about everything. Like if I'm, let's say, friends with Tana and I do something really crazy to her, I know she's probably gonna go and tell it on the podcast. So be careful who you tell.
Dude, that's so true. This guy was telling me that he was not gonna let me eat his ass because he knows that I'm gonna talk about it. And I'm like, oh my god, no one cares,
I
buddy.
thought that said too.
No one cares. No one. Oh my god.
Me, everyone like telling you, no one cares though. Don't worry about it.
Girl comes immediately.
And it's not like we're like putting people on blast, you know. It's just
No.
like we're just saying because it's interesting and you guys would want to know. So.
No, and it's interesting tea. Like I
Yeah.
swear, it's tea that like we would want to know if we were on the media because we're also like
Yeah.
beyond the tea. So
Yeah.
it's tea. I mean, you know, I don't like when tea comes out about me. I'm gonna be honest. I don't, but I deal with it. You know, I deal with it when I
neither.
have to deal with it. It comes with the territory.
Yeah. But all right, you guys. Thank you for listening. That was a lot. I honestly wasn't even expecting to drop the tea today, but whatever.
Shit got dropped.
Yeah, she got dropped. We'll see you guys in the next episode. We'll see you guys very soon. And yeah, let us know in your comments in the below, and then subscribe, like, and then comment everything you think. All right, bye.
Bye.